Hi, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been like, wait. Hi, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been like quite a while since I've been on here. Really has, but like life, you know, I got a job. A lot of other things happened, moved. I'm going to move again, so like that's about to be a lot more. So don't expect to see nothing for a while also. But I am going to try to get back on this because this was something I really enjoyed doing. I really enjoyed making videos, editing them, especially because editing was just fun, and talking, because that's what I do. I talk anyway, and people don't like to really hear me talk, so yeah, maybe you guys would. So today we're going to be talking about the Marvel things that are coming up. I am, if you don't know, I'm a huge Marvel and DC fan. I love both. I actually started off as a DC fan more so when I was younger, and I would say more so as time went on, I shifted more towards Marvel because DC wasn't changing in my opinion, DC wasn't doing what it used to do for me when I got older, you know? And Marvel Marvel was pretty cool and it was awesome. So I like both, but I lean a little bit more towards Marvel nowadays. So anyway, we're gonna be talking about other different Marvel things that are coming out and how excited I am for them and the things that I want in them. So yeah. Also, if it sounds weird, I don't have a microphone right now. I don't have a microphone. I don't have my ring light, so the lighting is probably gonna be really weird also. And I think that's about all. I think that's all that I wanted to say. So let's get started. Starting off, we have WandaVision. So if you guys don't know what WandaVision is, basically it's going to be a Disney Plus show based on Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch, and Vision. And I know a lot of you probably like, oh, Vision died in Infinity War. What's going on? Yeah, she's bringing it back. This comic, that probably was like so weird for me to just skip over that. Yeah, she's basically, from what it looks like, she's going to bring him back. So this show, from what I see, is going to be based a lot off of the House of M comic. And I forgot the comic with Vision and his family. It seemed like it's going to be a mix of those two. And I'm very excited for that, actually. It probably going to sound weird, but I'm most excited for this show. It's like tied with Loki for me. They're both like right there. I'm going to tell you why on that also. I can't wait to see the show because first off, I can't wait to see more of Wanda. I was very excited when she was introduced. I wasn't a fan of how she looked in Age of Ultron. I was like, okay, that's nice, but like, I don't know. I wasn't like the rings were okay. Wasn't a fan of the civilian clothing, I would say. It was cool, I guess, but I wasn't a fan of it. And the long, straight, dark brown hair, I was like, nah, I actually like her curls in the comics. It looks really cool. And I was wondering when they were going to bring her headpiece on. Now, when they gave her a suit in the other movies, I thought that was a pretty cool suit rendition, especially for like a modern day type thing. And it looked like something she just kind of like put together out of her closet. And it was like, that looked really cool to me. But I feel like we're finally going to get the Wanda that we've seen in the comics in this. And I'm very excited to see that. So now let's get into the things that I want to see and how I hope it goes. I want to do a review of this show. I really do. I can't give any promises on that because I do know I'm going to be extremely busy around that time. But I am going to continue to pump out videos. This year, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be on schedule. I'm going to get it done.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
It was all a lie.
Guys, it was all a lie.
Hold me to that. So first off, we have dark subtlety. I really want some dark subtlety in this. When I say that, I mean, I want it to be like, you know something is wrong. And you know it's like really like, and when I say you know something wrong, I mean like
Mental institution. This is crazy. Bitch needs straight jacket.
the thing about magic that I always loved in like Marvel or in books or in like even things like Sabrina and stuff like that. It's not supposed to be happy, cheery, and pretty. It's supposed to be dark and terrifying.
Yes, get into it.
But it has that like lovely exterior to it that makes people get drawn to it. Like, oh, that's like cool and that's powers, but really it's like dark and terrifying. And I would love for this show to really show a lot of dark subtlety. That'll be a really cool touch, I think, especially for her character and the way her character is. She always had that kind of undertone of dark subtlety to her. Her and Vision are going to be a big contrast because his subtlety was always light. And I really would love for them to show a lot more of that subtlety throughout the show. Another thing I'm excited to see is the love connection. I'm really excited to see an actual romance in the MCU besides Pepper and Tony. I feel like this is a love story that I'm actually really excited to see. I'm actually excited to see them adapt this and put this into the MCU. And I'm really sad because I know that this is going to end in a really terrible way. But I am excited to see it. And I'm excited to see how they do this. And I hope that they just really make it realistic. You know, don't make everything like... I mean, I'm not saying they have to make it realistic because this is of course, it's a comic book show. But I'm saying that I want them to have their ups and their downs to where it's not like every single scene they're just a happy, loving couple that never has any type of issues ever. That would be pretty cool. Like, even if they have like a little simple argument that couples do have and it shows it, and then all of a sudden it gets fixed by the magic. And it's like, oh, like the argument's gone. That will be so cool to see because it'll show that there's a real love connection there, but there's also something that's altering it that's not supposed to be altering it, which will be fun. The thing I'm like super excited for this, and I really hope we get to keep them, are the twins. I really cannot wait for Wiccan and Speed. Yeah, I'm a huge Wiccan fan. I'm like, he's one of my faves, completely fantastic. And Speed is cool also. I just really can't wait to see them. I see that they're putting the Young Avengers together a lot, especially with Kate Bishop and other characters like Cassie Lang and so on and so forth popping up. And I heard that they casted America Chavez and Doctor Strange too. So I'm like, looks like some things are coming together, you know? Next thing I want to talk about is Wanda's magic. I really want to see the abilities that we've seen throughout these movies really like grow, explored with her magic. And when I say that, I mean, in the comics, she uses magic, and the MCU is kind of like they kind of set it up like telekinesis. I really cannot wait to see them transform, and I wonder if they're going to change the way that her powers look. Because I remember reading some kind of article or seeing something somewhere where they said that, oh, she's always been using magic or something like that, but it's kind of like Doctor Strange's, but she's not trained, so that's why hers is just like this smoky stuff that's all over the place, and his is a perfect circle. And I'm like, I wonder if they're going to change the way it looks when she actually does learn it. If they do, all for it. All for it. Can't wait for that. If they don't, still cool. I just think that it does have to have some kind of amplification. Even if it gets a darker red, or if it becomes like a sharp, malignant type movement to it, instead of it just moving all smoky, that will be really awesome to me. I think that'll be really cool. I would like that. And the last thing that I'm really excited for, and this is the thing that kind of like is be tying it with Loki, is the complete destruction. And when I say that, I mean this is going to be directly into the MCU R universe that we've seen. Loki's going to be taking place in a separate timeline, and this is why they both compete for me, because this one is up there because I know that this is going to like mess things up for the timeline that we're worried about right now. Whatever Loki messes up in that timeline, cool, but we're not really worried about it because he's not going to be messing with none of this, you know? So I'm excited to see the complete destruction that comes at the end of this, because I know that much as they've been teasing it a lot, and I know that, and I think we all do, that she's going to destroy everything at the end of this, and I cannot wait to see her powers actually be translated from the comic books to the screen in such a fun, awesome way. That's something I can't wait for. Yeah, like WandaVision, looking forward to that. But yeah.